Now, Union Minister of State for Home, Kiren Rijiju, has opened up on the beef controversy which had him in the limelight for all the wrong reasons. Speaking exclusively to India Today, Rijiju said he is upset with the way his statement had been distorted, but was in no way responding to his party colleague Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi. Let's listen in to the conversation the minister had with India Today's Mosmi Singh.
We are joined by Minister of State for Home Affairs, Mr. Kiren Rijiju. Mr. Rijiju, recently your controversial statement, so-said controversial statement on beef hogged headlines. But later you clarified. The question is that do you stand for the fact that what you said earlier, that banning beef is not logical in the Northeast?
What I said was that as a union minister, I am bound by the Constitution. And while conveying the provisions and the spirit of the Constitution, I made a hypothetical example. And the hypothetical example cannot be attributed to me in terms of saying that I consume beef. Who can stop me? In my family, we don't consume beef. But what I said was an example. And when the people from Mizoram, they were very agitated. They asked me emotionally that should they all go to Pakistan because they eat beef. Then I said, Constitution gives freedom. Then I gave my example that even if I am from Arunachal, if I consume beef, nobody is going to stop me.
That's right.
This is a conveying of message of the spirit of the Constitution.
That's right.
But making it as a headline to say that I have challenged certain faith, it is not good. I'm going to take a legal action. I'm going to serve notice because an hypothetical example, hypothetical example cannot be made as article of faith in my terms of choice. I've just an example.
There are 2 points that you said. One is that you're going to take legal action, and the second is that you were heard because the hypothetical example was seen as challenging a certain faith. My question is this, the very point that why did you go on a defensive? Because at the first place, you said that India is a multi-communal society, it's a multicultural society. Then why did you go on the defensive? Is it because you're from a right-wing government?
I did not go on defensive. I clarified. I stand by what I said on the matter of the provisions and spirit of the Constitution. My only objection is that the headline, I am from Arunachal, I eat beef, who can stop me? This headline is objectionable. This was an example I said when they asked me that whether they should go to Pakistan because they consume beef.
Correct.
Then I just gave an example that I am also from Arunachal. And I have certain habit of my own food, and nobody can stop me. This was an example.
Correct.
And they totally out of context. It was totally blown out of proportion. I'm going to serve a legal notice saying that you did not caught the whole interview, just one portion of interview, which was given as an example, and then it was totally conveyed in a different sense. It might have hurt the sentiment of the many communities. But
you were upset by the way the entire controversy went out of
I am very upset because I am a minister in the union government. I am there as per the Constitution. I abide by the spirit and provisions of the Constitution.
But yet you'd agree what Mr. Naqvi said in our function in Manthan Aaj Tak, that all those people who eat beef can go to Pakistan. That is not in good taste. And you had said that it was some people make non-palatable statements and that should not be taken seriously. Do you hold to that?
It is natural. When I said in Mizoram, it is a basically Christian-dominated state.
Correct.
And I am from different faith. But when I go to Mizoram and I'm addressing the civil society and media and the people of Mizoram, I cannot challenge their practices and faith.
I want to cut across to my colleague Mosmi, who got us that exclusive interview. She's joining us live right now. Mosmi, it's quite interesting, that 5-minute interview with Kiren Rijiju. He used the word hypothetical at least 6 times. Clearly, stating that his comment was hypothetical, then going out and putting it out there that me and my family do not consume beef. It really does go on to suggest that A, he is on the defensive, and B, that there has to be immense internal party pressure for him to come out and make this statement.
That's right, Preeti. Here clearly steering away from the controversy and making it sound like a Naqvi versus Rijiju battle. He said that he did not comment at Naqvi's statement at all. And he has not even heard the statement, because if you look at his press conference, the way he said that some people make statements which are not palatable, it clearly hinted out that he was hitting out at Naqvi.
Right.
But here Rijiju seems to be under certain pressure, on the defensive, clearly saying that his family doesn't eat beef, he's hurt, he's sad, he's upset, and he'll serve a legal notice to all those who just quoted his one line. Whereas if you see, whoever's spoken about that one-liner has also elaborated the entire interview. The question is Mr. Rijiju under pressure, or is he really hurt that he's taking this stand?
All right, and Maushami, when you did also, you did go on to ask him whether he was on the defensive or not. He's saying that he wants to actually take legal action.
Yeah, that's right. Kiren Rijiju here saying that he was talking in a holistic from a holistic point of view, not singling out any single person, and the way that the media has blown the entire issue is certainly unwarranted. He's unhappy about it, and that's why he's saying that he would be consulting his advisors and taking legal recourse and filing
Maushami,
a
what are your
defamation
sources
against
saying?
all those who just picked
what
up
are your
one
sources
line.
saying? What are you picking up from what is going on in the background that has made Mr. Rijiju today come out, state that his statement was hypothetical, and he reiterated that over 7 times, then also going on to say that I don't eat beef, my family doesn't eat beef. What's going on? Is there back-end pressure from the party itself? Can you give us details?
Preeti, this is a controversy that certainly the NDA did not want at this point of time. The timing is also ill-timed. It's 1 year of NDA rule. After Naqvi's statement, Rijiju hitting back at him. This is what the NDA government didn't want.
Right.
And clearly they want to douse the fire. If you look at Amit Shah, he also said that he is not treading into that territory of who's banning beef in which state. It is the domain of the state. So clearly the BJP and the NDA government clearly avoiding this controversy, and that's why Rijiju is saying what he is.
All right, we're going to leave it at that, Maushami. Appreciate you joining us, and we're going to play that exclusive of Maushami once again right here on the network. Meanwhile, we're going to dip into breaking news that we're getting in.